Yeah. Everything started when we got the assignment, of course, to make a future telling machine. We immediately turned to Baba Vanga, who is who is an icon of precognition in Bulgaria. Many people used to go to her for her to tell them their future, but first they had to sleep on a sugar cube under their pillow so that their energy would flow into it, and then she would be able to read the future through the cube.
And from that we turned to the Oracle of Delphi, which came also from a bit inspired by Melanie Gilligan's Crisis in the Credit System that uses this reference in some ways.
So we really wanted to make a sculpture with sugar cubes and reflection of yourself and gasoline, and we went into the green group and we bought this mirror and then some scarves so that they would represent the scarf of Baba Vanga itself.
And so these are the three pieces we made, all involving sugar.
Well.
Yeah, then at the end of this day we got really hungry and then
tired.
We thought of the banitsa, which in Bulgaria is and in all of the Balkans is like a big cultural phenomenon. Like it's just the biggest street food and home food also.
Yeah, one of the most important traditions that the families share on holidays in general.
Kind of like what brought us to this based on the assignment is the fact that we have on New Year's Eve we put lucky charms that tell you something about your future in the next year.
Yeah.
So then we went into
these pictures, like we wanted to get inspired by our own country and by the culture of the Banita.
So these are the lucky charms also of that we put in the Banits on New Year's Eve. So this was the first class where we presented our machines, and
it was kind of like we didn't really have such a serious concept behind it. It was more like just to show something interesting and to have fun with it. So we decided to kind of copy the idea of the charms itself, which is that they're not very deep and kind of popular culture.
So kind of poke fun at this tradition.
Yeah. So we made these very stupid charms like you will cut your toenails at night, question mark.
Like, yeah, then we translated, so we made subtitles.
Then this is like super interesting first typographically.
But yeah, just the phenomenon of like everyone gathering around this object almost. It's not even food anymore, it's just like...
We thought that it's important that it kind of becomes a social phenomenon and that the banitsa wouldn't be so important if it wasn't for the people that consume it and get together in order to like cherish the tradition of it. So our first research question was like, how can we better formulate the uncertainty of the banitsa so that we can engage in a more meaningful discourse?
Then that led us to like think about the banitsa as more of a guide towards the future rather than something that gives you direct answers.
And also a bit of criticism towards the self-consciousness and also conformity in capitalism and consumerism and what it leads to.
Yeah.
So we made this.
Yeah, these are like the texts, small texts that we wrote of the banitsa as some sort of archive of this guide.
And with them, we kind of wanted to encourage people to start thinking about these problems, for example, as the fact that if you want to fix problem in modernity, we shouldn't try to fix them with the same mindset, but this mindset should be the beginning of something new. We also tried to take further the charms, so now they were not like
the foils.
The foils, like a body that is out of the banitsa itself, like
a foreign body,
but we wanted for them
to embed it into the banitsa. So yeah, we created edible silkscreen ink, and yeah, we were quite surprised by the results. It was quite interesting. And then we brought them home and we cooked the banitsa.
Baked banitsa.
We went back to Bulgaria and we decided to do a workshop there.
Our friend that gave us her space, it's like a
Which is
residency
this.
and studio.
To bring like these ideas that we discussed at the academy into like a different context.
Yeah, into a different country also and different audience.
Yeah.
And then this is also what led us to thinking that actually our project is not predetermined with a concept, but the people around it created in a discourse, because we really talked a lot with them, and in the end we made this bunny that you can see, and it was great.
Yeah, bloody. This is a Bulgarian silkscreen
workshop.
Origin of the banitsa, like going back to Bulgaria and seeing again that people are. It's not like here where you see it's like foreigners that aren't familiar with this food, and it's kind of interesting. And in Bulgaria, it's really like a common.
But object. It's also pride in a way that we invented it, and that it's like particularly nationalist.
Yeah, so this nationalism was very interesting to us.
Banitsa is a symbol of Bulgarian cuisine,
and this raised more questions that Bulgaria was
under Ottoman rule for 500 years.
Yeah, around that time.
And also most of the Balkans was under Ottoman rule for most of this time, so there was kind of this mixture of Turkish influence, and then all of these countries that their nationality was taken from them and they were made to become Muslims.
It's quite obvious that banitsa, like the Bulgarian form, is actually it comes from burek. Which you can find in a lot of Turkish bakeries here. Yeah, we found this image of in Ljubljana in Slovenia that has a lot of conflicts with East and West, burek 9 danke.
Yeah, and somewhere we read that this is actually like the most common graffiti of
Ljubljana.
This time in Ljubljana, which was a bit surprising.
Because they always have like conflicts with their identity, like between German, Austrian, and really Balkan kind of Ottoman leftovers, and that's kind of led us into the research of the banitsa as a symbol of nationalism on the Balkans and remnants of the past. So these are different variations of banitsa, burek, all made in similar ways.
And actually it origins from placenta cake.
So this is placenta cake. Basically. Well, again, the clear there's two stories. One is that it comes from Turkic tribes from Central Asia, and the other one is that it's more influenced by this placenta cake that was made in ancient Rome, and it was quite popular in Romania, which was big part of the Eastern Roman Empire. And now we have this question, how exactly the mixture of cultures in the Balkan that happened from this Ottoman rule, and also after that because of the Soviet Union, it reflects on the banitsa as a cultural phenomenon.